What is going on, guys? I'm Weston Mac and welcome back to another 10-minute video. And in today's video we're talking about, well, I was going to talk about whether Marvel Rivals is better than Overwatch, whether it's a clone than Overwatch, or whether it's actually good for Overwatch. I might eventually come back to these topics, but what I really want to talk about is just how much I love Marvel Rivals right now, and doing some comparing and contrasting to Overwatch. So if you like these videos, make sure to like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff, and leave some comments. I really do enjoy reading your comments and commenting on them and disliking the ones that disagree with me. But make sure to leave some comments. I just love hearing guys' opinions about these videos. And we can just jump straight into this. Now, the footage you're seeing right now is actually my level up footage. I'm trying to get level 10 so I can start doing ranked stuff on PC. I'm actually currently top 500 on console, so I'm excited to get to play on some PC stuff, even though it runs horribly on my PC right now. And I'm gonna blame the game, not my PC. So, okay, what do I love about Marvel Rivals? And I'm gonna be talking back and forth whether Overwatch stuff and what they can take from this as well, if Blizzard's actually listening. First of all, I'm a huge cosmetics person. We're gonna skip the gameplay for a second. Jeez Louise, dude, what insane team that they have for each individual character. Now, not every character has the same amount of skins. I think everybody has like 1 to 2 skins, maybe even 3. But some of these skins, man, oh my gosh. Like, for instance, Penny Parker, the one you're watching right now, actually has a skin based off of her Venom look when the Venom symbiote or Venom virus, I think, in her universe took over her suit, and that was her whole Venom arc. But then you have, like, Iron Man, who has his Avengers Endgame cosmetic, and even his MVP highlight intro thing is him snapping. Like, what the heck? Who thought that this would be amazing? Because they need a raise, obviously. Also, speaking of raising people and giving them money, I think whoever came up with the launch strategy of Marvel Rivals should be like studied and be like, hey, we need to hire this guy for our game because it's been so smart. First of all, the betas and alphas, great idea. You get the word of mouth out there, you get some footage of some big streamers playing it, great idea. Now, the fact that they released 1 full week ahead of an Overwatch season, you would think, oh, well, that's not smart. Overwatch is about to get a bunch of content. Incorrect. Incorrect, in fact. The fact that they released a whole week ahead of time means, from in my perspective, I'm done with my Battle Pass. I'm done with my competitive games because I really don't like playing in this meta right now. And I'm just done with playing Overwatch right now. I've completed the season. What's the point of me playing right now instead of grinding out and playing Penny Parker on Marvel Rivals? So that's just a great idea to launch a whole week before. Now, they did have competition with Fortnite, and that's a whole other thing, but they're not really in the same demographic for most gamers, in my opinion. So it wasn't that big of a deal. So in terms of like just the look of the game, man, they nailed it. They nailed it on the head. Now, Marvel has consistency issues when it comes to their characters. Obviously, they've been around for like a century now, but especially when it comes to games, you can sometimes get weird influences and different versions of the characters that just don't make sense. In Marvel Rivals, of course, the multiverse thing, everybody's a little tired of it. In this game, I'm really not tired of it. I think it's great that they've brought in the multiverse faceted world, immediately bringing in the Spider-Verse, having this 2099 Black Panther world and stuff like that. There is so much room for growth and lore and changes when it comes to both cosmetics and just this game in general, that they've left themselves so much room to play. I think that's one thing that Overwatch is having a hard time with, is how to strike a balance between going back on old lore, which people are like, please show us more old lore. Also, please bring back the PvE system, stuff like that. It's hard to go back on that because then you're getting people's hopes up and stuff like that. So you really can't go back on old lore and stuff like that. Like, for instance, Havoc, the closest thing to him is I think there's like one little photo of him in like one of the trailers, and then like the teaser for Overwatch or whatever, and that's it. So when it comes to backing themselves into a corner, Overwatch has kind of done that at this point. New characters won't necessarily have the same oomph as, oh my gosh, they're releasing Junker Queen. Oh my gosh, they're releasing Doomfist. Like, nothing like that is ever going to happen. But when it comes to Marvel Rivals, oh my gosh, they're going to release Doom. They're going to release Galactus. Galactus is the next big boss in the Battle Pass. They're going to release Gwen, Spider-Gwen. They're like all these huge characters. This insane lineup. I know there's already been some leaks and stuff like that, which I'll be very gentle and be like, hey, then I'm not gonna no leaks, by the way, no leaks. I'm not gonna say them directly, but like, for instance, hey, the Fantastic Four might be coming, like stuff like that. Like, that's absolutely insane to even hear a rumor about that and be like, oh, well, that would be cool. Like, imagine an entire season where 4 heroes come out. You have all 4 of the Fantastic Four all come out in one season. Overwatch cannot match that. I don't think Overwatch could put out 4 heroes and have all 4 of them be the star of the show. That just won't happen. And I really don't entirely know how Overwatch can dig themselves out of that hole. Now, they do have their system of having every other season a map versus having a character and stuff like that. And I'm sure Marvel Rivals has a bunch of characters and maps already built up for at least another year or so just to put out there. So I would like to see Overwatch maybe try and up the amount of things that they have. I know they have the money, that's for sure. Overwatch has made more money than it's ever had in the history of its development cycle ever. So let's put a little bit more of that money into the game, please. Now jumping onto gameplay here, I've talked about like a lot of money and cosmetics, stuff like that. Gameplay is great. Overwatch has, I wouldn't say mastered, but Overwatch is the king of role queue, and I feel like Marvel Rivals will be the king of open queue. The fact that I can go into a game and be the only tank with 5 supports, or be the only tank with 4 DPS and 1 support, and the game doesn't feel like it's the most unbalanced thing in the world, and I'm just like, oh man, I wish I had more healing, oh, wish I had a tank with me. It is a rare occasion that I'm sitting there, I'm pinning Parker, and there's no other DPS, and there's a Jeff the Shark on my team, and I'm sitting there like, ah, if we had another support, we'd win. Therefore, I want role queue. The idea of role queue hasn't come up in my mind a single time while playing this game, and I already have like 15 hours into this game. Of course, time will tell whether or not we really need role queue, as the balance philosophy of this game is completely different than Overwatch. They have truly tried to balance around the more quick play and more casual scene. As I've climbed the ranks on competitive, I've definitely felt that a little bit. The fact that everybody is overpowered, therefore skill does kind of reign supreme in certain ways. But there is some consistency. Every once in a while you'll see a Iron Fist or Spider-Man or Psylocke a little too often. But in my opinion, their balancing philosophy is a little more interesting than Overwatch, as there's just straight up sometimes characters that are unplayable into certain characters, or you just can't play a character, or you get yelled at for playing a character because they got nerfed one time by like 5 HP. So when it comes to the balancing philosophy, I would be interested to see Overwatch take some notes when it comes to that, and maybe do like an overpowered hacked game mode over the weekend or something. But I really do enjoy how the game is balanced right now. The fact that it feels so casual in competitive is pretty nice. I would like, as someone who hasn't actually played in super high ranks on PC yet, I would actually like to see how competitive the game truly can be at this level, and do they need to make a separate competitive and casual balancing patches, which in my opinion, that'd be actually really cool. I would like to see that happen. So, yeah, I really do enjoy this game so much. The game feels good. Obviously, I love the characters. I'm a huge Marvel fan. I know pretty much every character other than Luna Snow going into this. That's only because Luna Snow was in like a video game, I think, and that was it. But being able to do callouts like Cap on me, or Iron Man above, or I'm fighting Scarlet Witch, or just killed Peter Parker, or I'm teaming up with Cloak and Dagger is some of the coolest stuff ever. Anyways, I'm just rambling right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, all this sort of stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Man, that was fast.